Most people will never get rich because they're focused on all the wrong things. Ray Dalio didn't just get rich, he built one of the most powerful investment firms on the planet by doing the opposite of what most people do. In this video, I'll show you the surprising mindset shifts and financial strategies he swears by, including why being wrong is often more valuable than being right. Stick around. Some of his advice may sting, but it's exactly what you need to hear. Your main goal should be to want to be the best version of yourself every day, Ray says. Recognize that you're stupid. Literally put yourself in that state and then start gaining more knowledge. Not being afraid of criticism and moving forward. Desire to learn as much information as possible every day that will help you reach incredible financial heights. That's the key to Ray Dalio's success. But this is only a small part of his valuable advice, and I will go on to share some equally important ones. Ray Dalio was born into poverty. At the age of 12, he started working part-time at a golf club where wealthy people often discussed important financial topics. One of those topics was investing. Dalio was lucky enough to hear things that would later lead him to success. For example, at the age of 12, Ray first thought not just about earning extra money for various expenses, but about saving money that could eventually multiply. The young Dalio then decided to take on other odd jobs to increase his capital. He started mowing lawns and plowing snow. So here is Ray Dalio's first piece of advice. Think about your savings and how much money you can save. The billionaire is known for founding the investment firm Bridgewater Associates, which is one of the largest private equity firms in the world. Bridgewater's main goal is to manage money wisely in order to multiply capital. And in order to have funds that can make even more money, you first have to learn how to save money. So, Ray Dalio suggests determining how much money you spend each month and how much you can save. Be sure to optimize your income and expenses because the more you can put away, the faster you will get rich. Calculate the time frame over which you can comfortably save. And most importantly, remember, savings is freedom and security. Dalio also emphasizes credit. In today's society, credit is considered the absolute norm, and for many, even routine. However, the billionaire warns, consumer loans are very bad. They should be avoided. Such loans do not help build capital and often make it impossible to grow financially. However, Dalio does not rule out the possibility of using credit services to buy an apartment or house, for example, or an asset that can provide additional funds for your savings. Therefore, borrowing for capital growth is prudent. If you borrow, borrow wisely, says the billionaire. Now, let's talk about setting the right goals. It's great when you finally decide to save money, but often you lack the motivation to do so. That's where goal setting comes in. Ray Dalio's advice, among other similar recommendations, is to take an approach to this process that he believes is the most effective. Start by defining your true goals. Evaluate what's going on around you, the state of your bank account, your job situation, future profit increases, raises, promotions, starting a business, and so on. And set objective goals based on reality. As time goes by, your life situation will change, and of course, your ultimate desires will also change. But the most important thing is to always evaluate your goals soberly. After you have written a list, most likely it will go from the most important goal to the less important. Now, determine what you need to do to achieve your plans. Specific steps. Write down each one that needs to be done, but that's not all. You can't keep track of all the cars, houses, and apartments in the world. Think about what you really lack in your life. Perhaps your list will shrink, and now that you have the end result, you are ready to move on to your goals. Ray Dalio strongly believes in the value of thoughtful disagreement. Instead of surrounding yourself with people who always agree with you, seek out those who challenge your thinking with logic and experience. This process helps you see blind spots and uncover better solutions. Dalio often says that if two intelligent people disagree, it means one of them is likely wrong, or both are, and that's an opportunity to learn. So next time someone criticizes your plan or viewpoint, don't get defensive. Ask questions, explore their reasoning. It might lead you to a breakthrough you wouldn't have reached alone. As you climb the success ladder, Ray Dalio has derived another important criterion for reaching absolute heights. The billionaire states that it is crucial to analyze the steps you have taken to achieve the necessary results. What's more, it's critical to write down all of these steps or criteria. We all have certain weaknesses that usually manifest themselves in the mistakes we make. Dalio believes that success depends on knowing your weaknesses and working hard on them. The first step in correcting mistakes is to identify and write them down, and then build on your experience so that you can avoid repeating mistakes later in your journey to wealth. Eventually, when you encounter obstacles again, you will probably already have the key to solving the problem. But remember the importance of failure. Many people who fail become extremely fixated on the fact that they made a series of mistakes because they focus primarily on the outcome. But it is important to recognize and accept the fact that mistakes are crucial in the evolutionary process. Remember that there is a first time for everything. Learning from your mistakes will prevent you from making thousands of similar mistakes in the future. Realize that people who are successful are only successful at what you pay attention to. They are likely to fail at many other things as well. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. The important thing is not to give up when you do. Dalio is always impressed by people who fail but are able to carry on with their heads held high. Such people are able to show character, willpower, and determination on their way to wealth and success. The billionaire also points out the importance of mentoring. Find a person who will not coddle you. Saying things like, "Look, you did well, but we'll try harder next time," won't make you stronger. Find a coach who will tell you what you need to do to get better. Find a mentor who will give you a little kick in the pants to help you move forward. If you haven't found one yet, now is the time. A great mentor doesn't just guide you, they challenge you to think bigger, push your limits, and question your assumptions. They should help you see the blind spots in your thinking and provide the tough love necessary for growth. Remember, it's not about finding someone who tells you what you want to hear, but someone who will force you to grow and evolve. Ray Dalio emphasizes the importance of radical transparency, creating an environment where everyone can freely share their opinions, including criticism. This openness leads to better decision-making because it ensures that all perspectives are considered, including those that may be uncomfortable. Dalio has built Bridgewater Associates on this foundation, encouraging employees to challenge one another and voice differing opinions. By embracing criticism, you remove the ego from the equation and focus on the truth. This, according to Dalio, accelerates personal growth and leads to more successful outcomes. Don't shy away from feedback. Seek it out and use it to improve continuously. Ray Dalio highlights the importance of emotional intelligence in achieving success. While intelligence and technical skills matter, it's your ability to understand, control, and leverage emotions that can be the real differentiator. Dalio believes that successful individuals can manage their emotions under pressure and make decisions without being driven by fear, anger, or ego. This emotional resilience helps you stay focused, rational, and in control, even when things go wrong. Cultivating emotional intelligence allows you to communicate better, build stronger relationships, and lead more effectively. It's not just about making the right choices, it's about staying calm and collected while doing so. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Some people think that doing so will make them look weak, but in fact, it is something that can help you reach new heights. Most successful people are more than happy to share their advice and experience, you just have to ask. Do you have a task in your life that you are trying to accomplish but nothing is working? Try asking others for advice. You may not see someone right away who can help you with a problem, but try it anyway. Dalio believes that if you analyze your social circle carefully, you will quickly find the right person with the right advice. But be careful when taking someone's advice. Very often, it can be confused with a person's opinion, and as we know, almost everyone has an opinion, and it is often wrong. So before you take someone's advice seriously, make sure that the person giving it has experience and knowledge in the area you are interested in. Ray Dalio stresses the importance of learning to adapt to discomfort. Growth doesn't happen when you're comfortable. The world changes rapidly, and those who remain rigid in their ways are the ones most likely to be left behind. Dalio suggests that you actively seek out situations that challenge you and make you uncomfortable. Whether it's in business or personal life, the more you put yourself in tough situations, the more you learn to navigate change and uncertainty. In times of discomfort, your resilience, creativity, and ability to think critically are tested. Over time, this builds a deep, adaptive mindset that will serve you in every aspect of your journey to success. Embrace discomfort as an opportunity to grow, rather than something to avoid. At the same time, force yourself to do the most difficult tasks, because the cost of not doing them is enormous. This is a fundamental law of nature. To gain strength and power, you must do difficult things. Dalio compares this to challenging exercises at the gym. Over time, we make the connection between doing difficult exercises and the benefits you get from them. So, just like in the gym, you have to stick with the challenges and chew on them because they are beneficial. Remember the incredible and somewhat brutal truth. The things most people avoid are the very things they should be doing. And here is perhaps one of Dalio's top tips for financial success. Realize that you'll never get rich doing something you don't understand, enjoy, or master perfectly. If you want to be successful, if you want to reach millions, if you want total freedom, you have to know the field in which you are competing and in which you want to succeed. You must read, research, know your competitors, and become an expert at identifying opportunities. Once you realize that wealth is created from needs and opportunities, you will know how to attract money, and the law of attraction will begin to work. If you're ready to take action on this advice, show some love by liking the video. Let's build success together. This is the Money Channel. You will get richer.